dream. Every atom burning in a blinding rush. Listen to the silence of the sudden hush. I am soaring where the air is thin and free. The universe is pulsing underneath my feet.
The jagged peaks are bowing to the moving feet. There is no anger stronger than a steady hold. When every stride makes our recovery complete. The dust is settling on the path we used to know. The sky expands until it swallows every fear. We reap the harvest of the seeds we chose to sow. The ultimate horizon is becoming clear. Keep the motion fluid like the mountain stream. Carve the name of freedom on the ancient stone. The waking hour is better than the fading dream. We claim the summit as the kings of our own soul. Lies about the gravity of every hollowed out. The compass needles aim toward the burning north. The hidden fire is the only way we travel out. Into the wild light, broadcast our future for.
Iron fist against the velvet sky. The engine screams a jagged lullaby. Static charging in the heavy heat. The asphalt melting under restless feet. The rear view mirror for the ghosts we left.
Just hungry miles and a lung full of theft.
The needle flickering beyond the red.
Ignoring every warning that they said.
The tension snaps like a rusted wire. A sudden spark in a world of tire. We grip the wheel till the nerves turn white. Wait for the hammer to strike the light. Ignite the thunder in the hollow bone. A kingdom built on a rolling throne. Tear the silence from the throat of night. Crashing upward into blinding sight. Power surging through the open vein. Victory carved in the pouring rain. Total motion till the stars collide. Nowhere left for the weak to hide. Explosive shadows on the concrete wall. We stand apart while the buildings fall. white, waiting for the hammer to strike the light. Ignite the thunder in the hollow bone, a kingdom built on a rolling throne. Tear the silence from the throat of night, crashing upward into blinding sight. Power surging through the open vein, victory carved in the pouring rain. Total motion till the stars collide, nowhere left for the weak to hide. Gravity is just a lie they sold, deep the tearing in the frozen folds. But we are shrapnel from a dying sun.
The final race has only just begun.
Harder, faster, deeper than the core. Kick the hinges off the heavy door. Meet the thunder in the hollow bone, a kingdom built on a rolling throne. Bear the silence from the throat of night, crashing upward into blinding sight. Power surging through the open vein, victory caught in the pouring rain. Total motion till the stars collide, nowhere left for the weak to hide.
Baseline grows like a fever dream. Our bridges spin in a neon stream. Filtered sweeps cut the midnight air. Embassy pads are everywhere. Echoes in the sky, voices start to rise. 303 is squelching through the fractured skies. Clapping snare will lead you to the other side. 138 BPM, where the lost hypnotic rhythm pulls you underground. Tension builds without a sound. Ethereal vocals whisper low. Dancing shadows start to glow. the harmonies to the sky. Dramatic tension never dies. We dance in the ruins of the night. Euro flames burning too bright. Stab of brass and a breakbeat sound. Momentum spins us round and round. Synthetic angels screaming cold. Baseline prophets hit the road. Glass sharks sparking the strobe light. Orchestral thunder cracks the night. Layered voices climb the walls. Tension builds and never falls. Stack the harmonies to the sky. Dramatic tension never dies. We dance in the ruins of the night. Euro flames burning so bright. Stab of brass and the breakbeat sound. Momentum spins us round and round. We dance in the ruins of the night. Euro flames burning too bright. Stab at brass and a breakbeat sound. Momentum spins us round and round. We dance in the ruins of the night. We dance in the ruins of the night. Euro flames burning too bright, burning too bright. Stab on brass and a breakbeat sound. Breakbeat sound. Momentum spins us round and round. Generate the force, suspend the state, repeat the loop, follow the flow. repeat this all flow.
Igniting every spark. The city hums with a robotic beat. The tune stands and thunder in the heat. We ride the wave on the electric skyline. Hands up high as the sensor line. Sound or coded voices, twist and rebound. The energy burns at 106. Melodic fire, a sonic fist. Build-ups rise like a tidal wave, soaring in the night we crave. The skyline glows with a neon hue. The rhythm takes us, we break on through. We ride the wave of the electric skyline. Hands up high as the sensor line. We'll far in trance. We are rapture's flow. Stadium anthem. We steal the show. Pressure builds inside the heavy air tonight. Electric current surging through the silver light. 148 pulses per fleeting breath. We dance away the shadows and the ghost of death. The frequency is wide and the waves are thick. I feel the static burning in a frantic tick. Gravity is lost beneath the crushing sound. We leave our heavy footprints on this hallowed ground. of a sonic maze. It hits the chest and moves into the aching soul. The only power that can make the broken roll. Lift your palms into the heat of every flame. Forget the world that only knows you by your name. Hands up to the ceiling where the rafters shake. Building every dream until the morning breaks. 148 reasons to remain. Burning through the sorrow and the sudden rain. We are the pulse that never wants to slow. Every single movement makes the fire grow. Hands up to the thunder in the hollow sky. Watching all the colors as they multiply. The kickers driving hammers in a steady line, forging something brutal and a bit divine. Snare and clapper hitting in a perfect pair. I taste the bitter nectar of the midnight air. Every single step is like a sudden blade, carving out a temple where the ghosts have played. Syncopated axis in a frantic dance, giving every spirit one last lucky chance. Glossy leaves are soaring past the highest peak, finding all the words that we can never speak. The super soul is staring through a solid wall, catching everybody just before they fall. Rubber symbol crashing like a silver sea, searching for the version that we used to be. With this expanding till it fills the brain, dashing out the silence and the hidden pain. Can you hear the signal cutting through the haze? Lost inside the shifting of a sonic maze. It hits the chest and moves into the aching soul. The only power that can make the broken whole. Lift your palms into the heat of every frame. Forget the world that only knows you by your name. Hands up to the ceiling where the laughter shake. Building every dream until the morning breaks. 148 reasons to remain. Burning through the sorrow and the London rain. We are the pole that never wants to slow. Every single movement makes the fire grow. Hands up to the thunder in the hollow sky, watching all the colors as they multiply.
The floor tiles tremble beneath the heavy gravity. Deep hums pulling the marrow from a brittle bone. Small secrets fold into the velvet corners of the room. You move like a shadow caught in a sea of thick silk drapes, and the silence that lives behind your teeth. I am buried under layers of warm synthetic ties, waiting for the pressure to turn into a prayer. Everything we never said is vibrating in the dark. Low frequencies are swallowing the distance now. I'm massive weight looming inside this hollow chest. Soft murmurs drift across the shifting haze. We are dissolving where the sound meets the skin, holding on to a pulse that refuses to slow down. Let the submerged waves carry the weight away. Low frequencies are swallowing the distance now. I'm massive weight looming inside this hollow chest. Soft numbers drift across the shifting haze. We are dissolving where the sound meets the skin, holding on to a pulse that refuses to slow down. Let the submerged waves carry the weight away. to submerge. Waves carry the weight away.
The asphalt screams beneath the weight of ghost machines. Iron veins are bleeding black and pouring gasoline. I see the jagged edge of dawn slicing through the haze, burning every bridge I built to set the night ablaze. No review mirror static, just a hunger in the chest. The engine is a heavy heart that never learned to rest. Concrete bones are rattling beneath the thunder roll. I am clawing out a sanctuary for my weary soul. Give me the fire and the friction of the wire, tearing through the silence on a ladder made of fire. Higher than the fever when the hammer meets the nail, running down the lightning on a broken holy trail. Power in my knuckles and the spirit in the spark. I am lighting up the metal in the center of the dark. Give me the fire and the friction of the wire, tearing through the silence on the ladder made of fire. Higher than the fever when the hammer meets the nail, running down the leading on the broken holy trail. Power in the knuckles and the spirits in the spark. I am lighting up the metal in the center of the dark. There is a sanctuary hidden in a 60-second gear, where the static of the world begins to finally disappear. Adrenaline is gospel and the piston is a priest, waking up the hunger of a long-forgotten beast. It is not about the finish or the trophies on the shelf. It is the violent collision with the shadows of myself. Pedal through the floorboard till the metal turns to glass, watching every ghost of yesterday sinking in the grass. Give me the fire and the friction of a liar, tearing through the silence on a ladder made of tire. Higher than the fevers when the hammer beats the nail, running down the lightning on a broken holy trail. Power in the knuckles and the spear beneath the spark. I am lighting up the metal in the center of the dark. Give me the fire and the friction of the wire, tearing through the silence on a ladder made of tire. Higher than the fever when the hammer meets the nail, running down the lightning on a broken holy trail. Power in the knuckles and the spirit in the spark. I am lighting up the mirror in the center of the dark. Sag waves are tearing the silence into 1,000 jagged pieces. The tension builds the gap where the mechanical motion ceases, with expanding beyond the walls until the horizon disappears. A stuttering strobe is the only language that the wanderer hears. Oh, gravity is losing its grip as the low Gated signals, breaking the breath into a remix scream. Feeding the ghost of the energy back into the living stream. Snap of the percussion is a whip cracking over the crowd. Wrapped in a garment of distortion and a veil of the loud. Everything is vibrating at the frequency of a brand new sun. The race against the silence is already nearly won. Layers of impact are hit like a tidal wave made of glass. Watching the ghosts of the ordinary quietly start to pass. The bass is a distorted animal trapped in a velvet cage, writing the final chapter on an unnumbered burning page. Feel the stutter in the marrow and the tremble in the bone. This is the kingdom of emotion where the spirit stands alone. Just the power of the afters and let the static take hold. Coming of the day. Like a summer storm, while the cold metal keeps the shivering body warm. The crispest metal rings against the wooden shell, a story that the ticking clocks can never tell. Breaking ghosts are haunting every single limb as the midday sun begins to flicker and grow dim. I am caught inside the stutter of a frozen frame, forgetting every syllable of my own name. Catch a syncopated stutter and the throat of the machine, the sharpest edge of light that I have ever seen. Every jagged motion is a promise left to keep, while the rest of the weary world is fast asleep. Static gravity is pulling at my frantic feet, broken columns dancing under frantic heat, shimmering above the dusty basement floor. Give me something softer than I had before. The gated clad is breaking through the hall began, moving at a velocity that cannot wait. Shiny synthetic vision cannot blurry haze, losing my direction in the frantic maze. The groove is cut into a diamond jagged shape. There ain't no exit and there is no escape, just the friction of the synthetic soul, giving up the pieces to become the whole. The star stops and starts and starts again, writing out the future with a laser pen. Static gravity is pulling at my frantic feet, broken patterns dancing to the frantic
gravity pulls out the floor, demanding something more.
Bounce upon a broken beat. Feel the friction and the heat. Syncopated motion taking hold, turning never let you go. Stretch the limit till it snaps, falling through the snare claps. Velocity is the only law, the sharpest sound you ever saw.
Ghostly breaks hidden in the mix, a mathematical kind of fix. Crisp metallic shivers on the top. Once it starts, you can't not stop.
Jumping over the jagged low, everywhere the currents go.
Expansion moving side to side, nowhere for the silence to hide. The filter opens wide and wide, swallowing the remnants of the night. Elastic gravity pulls at the floor, demanding something more.
Bounce upon the broken beat. Feel the friction and the heat. Syncopated motion taking hold, turning never let you go. Stretch the limit till it snaps, falling through the snare claps. Velocity is the only law, the sharpest sound you ever saw. Bounce upon a broken beat. Feel the friction and the heat. Syncopated motion taking hold, turning never let you go. Stretch the limit till it snaps, falling through the snare claps. Velocity is the only law, the sharpest sound you ever saw. The distant heart beats heavy in the dark. A steady hammer hitting every mark. The ground is trembling underneath the weight. A rhythmic engine steel against the fate. No room to breathe when iron meets the floor. The pulse is wide and begging me for more.
A wave of shadow rising from the deep, distorting every promise that we keep. It snakes around the ankles of the crowd, a low vibration screaming out aloud. It shimmers like a ghost within the wire, a cold combustion fueling up the fire. Feel the foundation crack and split apart, the heavy thunder tearing through the art. It pulls the oxygen right from the lung, a massive language rolling off the tongue, pushing the breath till the silence breaks, feeding the hunger of the massive quake. Frequency is bending through the air, a folding layer strip the secrets bare. The rattled in the ribcage starts to swell, a velvet ringing inside of a bell. The ghost in the machine begins to phase, lost in motion of the sonic maze.
The wooden planks are bending to the force. The lightning follows its erratic course.
A sudden snap across the hollow loom, a sharp explosion chasing out the gloom.
The gravity is shifting in its place. The raw velocity defines the space.
The floor is driving harder than before, the ocean crashing on an endless shore. A depth is swirling in a darker blue, the heavy saturation coming through. Feel the foundation crack and split apart, the heavy thunder tearing through the art. It pulls the oxygen back on the lung, a massive Beneath the floor, the engine starts to hum. A current moving through the hollow dark. It pulls the marrow from the brittle bone and leaves a hum within the silver earth. The map of every circle starts to climb. A ladder made of fractals in the void. It pulses like a heart inside a clock. Relentless as the tide against the pier. The steady hammer hits the dusty ground until the gravity begins to bend. And then the ocean opens in the floor, a shifting wave of static and desire. It breathes in waves of low, distorted gold. The pressure of the sky begins to drop until the only truth is in the heat that rises from the center of the sound. The snapping wire tightens on the spools. A sudden rush of thunder in the throat. It cries around the silence like a snake, then breaks into 1,000 jagged sparks. The foundation is trembling underneath, where shadows like to vibrate in the light. The tension builds a tower to the stars, a calculated surge of rising breath until the seams are ready to ignite. And then the ocean opens in the floor, a shifting wave of static and desire. It breathes in waves of low, distorted gold. The pressure of the sky begins to drop until the only truth is in the heat that rises from the center of the sound. And then the ocean opens in the floor, a shifting wave of static and desire. It breathes in waves of low, distorted gold. The pressure of the sky begins to drop until the only truth is in the heat that rises from the center of the sound. Step on the gas until the floorboards shake. The pressure is a fever that I cannot slay. A jolt of current through the hollow bone. The city is a static zone. I feel the friction in the shifting gear. The sound is all I need to hear. The stutter in the pulse begins to climb. We're running out of circles and we're out of time. The engine is a hammer on a metal sheet. I find emotion in the heat. Rise up until the ceiling breaks away. The sky is turning white instead of gray. We're caught inside the spiral of the spin. Let the heavy rush begin. The widening of every single nerve will lead hard into the curve. The wires are screaming under heavy strain. The thunder is a lion on a silver chain. The snap of every beat is like a spark that cuts a tunnel through the dark. I see the landscape blurring into one. The race has only just begun. The stutter in the pulse begins to climb. We're running out of circles and we're out of time. The engine is a hammer on a metal sheet. I find emotion in the heat. Rise up until the ceiling breaks away. The sky is turning white instead of gray. We're caught inside the spiral of the spin. Let the against the gravity of lead. The visions are fire in the head. The syncopated engine breathes a heavy roar. We're knocking down the barricaded door. The rolling waves are crashing underneath the floor. Lines on till the ceiling breaks away. The sky is turning white instead of gray. We're caught inside the spiral of the spin. Let the heavy rush begin. The widening of every single nerve. We're leaning hard into the curve. Lines up until the ceiling breaks away. The sky is turning white instead of gray. We're caught inside the spiral of the spin. Let the heavy rush begin. The widening of every single nerve. We're leaning hard into the curve.
Lost in the haze, wristband glow. Name on the list, you say, let's go. You pull me through the crowded line, cheap perfume and laser shine. Plastic cup and your painted hand, laughing like you own this land. Every step out of breath, you shout, this song is ours. Your eyes on my neck like sirens under stars. Neon rush to you, every color blurring through. Heartbeat jumping like it's new. When I'm racing, racing. Neon rush to you, hold me till the world breaks loose. If we burn out, so we do. I'm still chasing, chasing neon rush to you. Neon rush to you. Yeah. Photo booth with a velvet drape, crooked crown and your cherry shape. Oh, you write your number on my wrist, smudge of ink, electric twist. Every step closer yet, you say, don't let this fade. Your breath on my neck like secrets in the haze. Neon rush to you, every color blurring through. Heartbeat jumping like it's new. When I'm racing, racing.